Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Our 2 Cents, presented by GCES. My name is Clinton Smith, and I'm the CEO of GCES. Today, I am here with Galen Bargerstock, the president of GCES, our resident financial advisor, and we're going to be talking about things to look for in your financial advisor today. Galen, how are you?
Good. How are you, Clint?
I'm doing really good.
Good.
Yeah, it's another great day, and I have no complaints.
No, sun's shining.
Yeah, sun is shining. So guys, today we're going to be talking about things to look for in your financial advisor. And Galen, I know that you have come across people that have worked with financial advisors in the past that have put them in a pretty bad situation. Can you tell me some of the things that you've seen?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say that people have been put in a bad situation. They just might have been put into just a one-sided approach to a situation where the advisor didn't take into consideration everything that was going on in the person's household. You know, and that kind of comes into where we are more holistic about everything, and we're going to address every scenario, not just the investment aspect.
Yeah. Which is honestly our first point today. Whenever you're sitting down with your financial advisor, they need to be going over all of the things that you get as a person, all of the investments that you have, going over all of your Social Security, protecting your assets. They should also give you a retirement income breakdown and also go over your healthcare coverage. But let's break that down. Savings and investments, what are the things that they should be looking at whenever they're looking at just not your savings, but also your investments?
Well, you have to look at the big picture. So you have to look at how much cash a person might have on hand if something were to break, like a roof or a furnace, you know, some kind of emergency fund, you know, checking savings. And then you need to look at also the investments to make sure, you know, that they're properly allocated and they're not going to outlive their money or stuff like that. But you just want to make sure you take a big picture look at how much money that a person might have for their lifetime.
Is there a certain number that you would recommend that people kind of have saved and set aside for hardship situations?
Yeah, I would say probably about 3 months' salary you should have saved, or not 3 months' salary, but 3 months of your bills, your expenses. So if something were to happen, you can at least cover 3 months. 6 months would give you a great buffer, but I'm realistic and I know how expensive everything is right now.
So also, after they go over savings and investments, what do you think about Social Security? Because a lot of people, I don't think, go over Social Security with people. They just let them deal with it on their own.
No, they do. And Social Security is, you know, the biggest thing that everybody has, that I know that everybody is going to have as an American, because it's Social Security's annuity. Yeah. You know, and a lot of people don't like the word annuity sometimes, and I always think it's funny because Social Security is an annuity, and everybody has one, and they do rely on that for income in retirement.
Yeah. And it's also a part of the retirement plan.
Yeah.
How about protecting your assets?
Protecting your assets is as simple as, you know, making sure that you are properly allocated in a risk tolerance based on your age and how close you are to retirement. You know, if you are 59 and a half, maybe you could go into, you know, some kind of fixed indexed annuity product or something like that. That's going to help you protect. But it really is case-by-case basis on what I'm going to recommend based on your family situation.
And as far as protection, I think that would also include life insurance?
Life insurance, definitely, because you're going to protect the family. You know, if you have a life insurance policy set up in place and you pass away, your loved ones are going to receive that policy. So, you know, that is also protection.
And also, I mean, talking about that, we also talk a lot about health.
Yeah.
When you break down someone and you go over everything with them, I'm sure you're not just talking to them about maintaining health coverage, but you're probably talking to people about current health issues that they have to try to get an idea and a forecast for what their retirement and future will look like.
Yeah, no, you know, unfortunately, a lot of times when I sit down with somebody, Clint, you know, they, you know, might be thinking everything is completely fine right now, and they're not even thinking in the future that they're going to become disabled for some reason.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something definitely that you need to consider your health, because you don't know what the future may bring, whether it's, you know, just a shoulder injury or if it's actually, you know, cancer or something like that, more serious.
In the end, you do come down to it all, but in the end, it's going to come down to one thing, and that is a breakdown of their income.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about how that works and the things you should look for?
So as far as an income, things that I'm looking for are what your pension is going to be monthly, how much money you're going to be making from Social Security. That gives me the income streams, you know, the basic income streams, the bread and butter. And then once I figure out how much money that is, I'm going to also figure out your your expenses and how much you're spending a month to make sure that, they kind of collate with each other and you're making the same amount of money, making at least more money in retirement than you're spending.
Yeah.
And if you're not, that's where the investments come into play, and help you figure out if you need a income stream from the investments, or just pull as you see fit, because every family's different.
Yeah. And I do know we talked about this a little bit ago, how you're going over with the clients what their health situation is like. You're getting a picture of their future, and I'm assuming, and I know this because I work with you, it's a long-term relationship that we have with our clients. We're not going out sitting there just trying to make a sale. We're planning to be there for them for the rest of their life. When we retire someone, we plan on being there to help them through stuffs like disability, sickness, health issues, spouses passing. And that kind of brings us to our next point, and that is working with someone that you actually like. All right, guys, I can't tell you how many times people have told us that they hate their financial advisor, they're unhappy with them. It's important that you find someone that you're comfortable with, and that you can get easy access to information from them, and that they also have a support staff to help with any of the needs that you're gonna have in retirement. You don't wanna have someone that's a one-man show.
No, you want to make sure that that person is actually going to be able to assist you. I try not to bash, other financial advisors, because, everybody serves a role in this world. But at the end of the day, I love doing this and meeting with the people. So it's kind of like my privilege, my honor to, help these people from when they come in till when they would pass away. Because realistically, whenever you're talking about financial stuff and life insurance stuff, it's not if you pass away, it's when you pass away.
Yeah.
So I feel like we do. So I feel personally like I serve a role in somebody's life, because I can be that person that they can count on, that if their spouse passes away, the other spouse is able to contact me.
Now, guys, I know that we have talked to a lot of clients and a lot of people over the years. We actually get kind of upset and broken up over people having health issues. I remember the first time you had a call where somebody passed away, and that is actually a hard thing for us to deal with. It is not easy, but it's still something that we want to be there for people when the time comes, because when that happens, it's a huge change in your life. Guys, we want to make sure that if you want a free review or you have any questions, you can give us a call at 888-391-3465 to schedule an appointment. We can do Zoom, we can do over the phone, we can come out to your house and sit down with you, or you can even come into our office. It's whatever you'd like. And honestly, that's really what it comes down to, is finding some place that you can trust and work with. And if you want to, you can call us and set that up. And we'll be back in just a moment. We have some words from our sponsors.
As a good saver, you've been putting away money during your working years. Studies find that the biggest fear of retirees is running out of money. Market volatility isn't just the downward movement of stock prices, it's the size and frequency of change. The more dramatic the ups and downs, the higher the volatility. This can put savers who are newly retired or a few years away from being retired at greater risk. Today's generation of retirees is not receiving traditional pensions as our parents or grandparents did. Instead, we have retirement accounts such as 401ks or 403bs. These accounts typically expose your money to market risk. The last thing you want right before retirement is to lose a portion of the money you need for income. But how do you turn these accounts into a retirement income? Is it safe to keep all your retirement money sitting in the stock market? The last thing you want is to lose a portion of the money you need for income due to market loss. By working with a financial professional, you can learn how to turn a portion of your savings into an income stream for life, and income for the life of your spouse if you're married. We all have moments in our lives when we wish we had taken action sooner. Don't let procrastination reign on your retirement parade. Act now before it's too late. Please call our office to set up your no-cost, no-obligation retirement income review today.
Preparing families for retirement, GCES.
Guys, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. Today we are talking on our 2 cents all about things to look for in your financial advisor. Galen, thank you for being here today.
Yeah.
And I know that we talked earlier, we want to make sure we're not here bashing other financial advisors.
By no means.
We're just telling you things that you should look for in your financial advisor, things that are important, things that are going to help you have a better retirement. And it's simply by working with the right person.
It is. I mean, it's like anything in life, you're striving to do better. So if you're with your advisor and they did help you, or say you bundled your life insurance with your car insurance policy, maybe now it's time that you can do better, and take a look and move on from there.
So speaking of, I know a lot of times we come into people, we see it all the time, people label themselves as wealth advisors.
Yeah.
Right? And in the end, can you explain to people what it means to be an insurance-only agent versus an actual financial advisor?
Yes. Well, I mean, a wealth advisor or insurance-only agent is going to be an insurance agent that can only sell insurance lines.
So what does that mean? What do insurance lines include?
Insurance lines would be like life insurance, health insurance, annuities. So there are retirement vessels like inside of the annuity, but that's all they can do inside a retirement plan is just the life insurance aspect. Where a financial advisor is going to be more of a fiduciary. And that's a word that nobody really likes to talk about because it's a weird word. But a fiduciary means that you have that person's best interest in mind, whether it be if they need to go into a life insurance policy or if they need to have money in a securities account. And it's kind of mixture.
So a fiduciary has to make sure that they have the client's best interest in mind, and I'm assuming be able to prove that on paper.
Prove that on paper, and not only that, a financial advisor has a very high standard that we have to uphold, so there's more regulations and everything around what we do and what we say to people to make sure that we're doing everything proper.
So how is it that someone can tell if their person is an insurance-only agent or if they're an actual financial advisor?
I think you just have to flat out ask the person, don't beat around the bush. If you have somebody in the past that you've worked with that put you into a financial product and you're not happy with the product, just say, are you a fiduciary? And if they say no, give us a call.
And also, too, I mean, it's really easy. You can look into their licenses, guys. It's really easy to Google someone. You can go to brokercheck.com, I believe is the website, brokercheck.com. We might be able to get a graphic about that. I don't know. Brokercheck.com, guys. You can go there. You can actually find out what kind of license somebody has. That's also going to tell you if they have any complaints as well, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything negative that's affecting them.
So that is something, if you're deciding to work with someone for the rest of your life, do some due diligence and do yourself a favor and actually look into them and do some research. Check them out on BrokerCheck. Check out what kind of license they have. And not only that, you really want to also look into designations.
Yeah.
And what are designations? Those are just those fancy letters that come after a name on a business card. They all mean something, but they're just letters that come after your name.
They are just letters, but it means that there's more continuing education and you have more knowledge than somebody else about that topic. And that's what a designation actually means. It's just that you tested and you're trained to talk more in depth about that than other people.
So I'm going to toot his horn for a little bit. Galen, you have 2 designations
I do.
that I know of right now that I know of, right? Like I wouldn't know of them. But he has an NSSA, which is the National Social Security Advisor.
Correct.
And what kind of training did you go through for that?
So with the NSSA, we just sat and had classroom education, and we sat there for days and we went over the rules of Social Security, survivor benefits, every aspect of Social Security that there is, we went over that. And then at the end, we had to take a test, and now we're licensed to, talk about it a little bit more in depth. Does that say that I'm better than somebody that doesn't have the designation? By no means, but it says.
But it sure do help.
It helps.
We talked about that's National Social Security Advisor advisor. That also, I'm sure, helps you keep up to date year to year.
Correct.
With changes.
Correct, because now I'm within that organization, and they send me updates and emails. I probably received 2 today, or 2 in the last month at least, about changes in Social Security. Yeah, they keep us up to date.
So you want to have as many possibilities available to you. The more license and products someone holds, the more things that they're going to be able to sell.
Correct.
You know, we talked earlier about people being insurance only. Once you get more licenses and more designations, you're going to be able to do more. You're going to learn more. So it's really important that you look into who it is that you're working with as a financial advisor, because it's a long-term relationship you want to have with this person. You know, whenever you're 10, 15 years into retirement, you're already older. I mean, I can't remember what I ate for dinner last night, let alone what I did 15 years ago. Right. You need somebody reliable that you can actually talk to that's going to help you understand things that you need. So, you know, we talked about insurance versus an actual financial advisor. What do you think that it means being independent like we are versus someone that works for one of the big box companies?
So we worked for a big box company for a while, you know, you and me, so we know the differences. I'm going to say that the biggest difference is I have, as an independent advisor, access to more things. And when I say things, it's all over the page. It's Medicare information, it's insurance information, it's financial information, and multiple different companies. And you know what we do is we go with who has the best product at the time we're talking to somebody. We're not giving you hey, this is what we have and this is what we can do for you. We're showing people an analysis of, hey, this is the best company right now, and this is the best thing that I can put you in, and here's the reasons why. Yeah. You know, so I think it gives us a non-biased approach, and that's more, you know, important to me than anything. You know, we're giving somebody what is the best.
So really, when it comes down to it, independent agencies versus big box companies, an independent agency is going to be able to search multiple different companies that are not tied together and try to find the best rate, the best product, the best income stream, whatever it is that you're looking for. Search multiple companies for that one thing that you need for your retirement. And that's going to be where you can really actually narrow down, you know, what it is that you're going to do for retirement.
Yeah, because these big box companies, they don't handle the holistic approach where I'm going to talk about savings, Medicare, for instance. You know, we're encompassing everything inside of that portfolio, not just maybe life insurance and financial. Yeah. You know.
And honestly, guys, whenever you're sitting down with a financial advisor, whenever you're sitting down with them and they go over your retirement, you're going to tell them what's important to you, and they're going to probably come up with a recommendation. I think it's really important for you to flat out ask them why they chose that product for you. You know, and also see, well, if that isn't the product I want to go with, what's your second option that you have? Yeah. You know, anyone that is independent or is doing their due diligence and making sure they're choosing the right product for you is going to have multiple options.
For sure. You know, and one of the things that, you know, I get hit with a lot is sometimes the product that I find is the best product out there might not be the biggest brand name product out there. You know, I understand that, you know, that company is still insured the same as this company is insured, so your money is the same in either one. But at the end of the day, some people want that big brand name. So, you know, I'll show you what's appropriate. And if we need to turn and move to, you know, one of the name brand companies, we go there.
Excellent. Guys, so we'll be back in just a few minutes, but before we go, if you are interested in meeting with us or talking to us and sitting down with a financial advisor from GCES, you can give us a call. The number is 888-391-3465. It's a number right here on the screen. Feel free to give us a call. We'll be able to help you out and answer all of your questions, and we'll be back in just a few seconds.
Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Ben. Hey, birthday party for Carol and 5. Happy birthday to you.
Good morning, Ben. Happy Monday.
Daryl's birthday, be there every square. Happy birthday to you. You can can see from our quarterly report on slide number 62, we're trending in the right direction. All signs point to a very positive outlook for the next several years. If you peel back the onion...
Ben, do you have anything to add?
The work never seems to end until the day it finally does. Call today to get your free written financial plan so you may live every day to the fullest and enjoy the retirement of your dreams.
Preparing families for retirement. GCES.
Guys, welcome back to Our 2 Cents. I'm Clinton Smith. I'm the CEO of GCES. I'm here today with Galen Bargerstock, the financial advisor for GCES and also the president. So Galen, we're bringing it home now. We've been talking about things to look for in your financial advisor. And I know that we've talked about a ton of things, and one of the things is developing a relationship with your clients that's there for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I know that I don't want us to say specifics. I don't want to call anybody out. But we've had some clients that were pretty close to us that have gone through some hardships, and we've had to be there with them through that whole process, which for us, it's gut-wrenching, guys. We've done this for so many years, but it never gets easier, you know?
No, it doesn't. I mean, I can remember the first time because I was, talking to a lady, and she was just asking basic policy information. And, I knew her, and we had a good, decent relationship, but she never told me anything that was going on about her health. She just wanted to call in and make sure that she knew what she had as life insurance, what she had in investments, just so she was prepared. And about 2 days later, I got a phone call from her son that she passed away.
Yeah. And in that case, at that point, I mean, you're pretty much just helping the family recover and figure out what they have and what to do.
I didn't know that was part of this job. I didn't sign up for that. But the first time was definitely the worst.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that I am not compassionate, but I've become numb over people passing away.
Yeah.
And yes, I love everybody that I work with. That's just the type of person I am.
Yeah.
But in general, it is hard, but I kind of have to keep it together for them,
Yeah. But don't let them kid you, folks. I've seen them cry on the phone during these phone calls. So, it's definitely something that we have a lot of emotions for.
Yeah.
We feel for our clients. And I'm sure that I remember there's several that I know that have passed away that it's not a good thing. And whenever you're sitting down trying to find your financial advisor, you have to look for somebody that you want to be there to help you out when something like that happens. It's not like it's a baby shower and a fun event. It is someone passing away or someone going through horrible health issues where they don't know where to get money from. All they're trying to do is survive through it.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you relate it to the people that are trying to do the do-it-yourself retirement plan. Yeah, you can probably get everything done, and I have seen a handful of people that are very organized that could do it, but even if you're the one that can do that, what if your spouse is somebody that cannot do that?
Yeah.
And now you planned everything, and then you pass away unexpectedly, and then the spouse doesn't know what to do. And I've had many times that a spouse comes to me if their partner passed away asking me for help because they don't understand this. They said they did everything. So working with somebody that you like, that both of you meet, because you should definitely not just know one party. You need to know both spouses as a unit, and kind of walk them through the retirement process.
I know that it's a hard thing to deal with, so let's talk about something that's a little bit more fun.
Okay, yeah.
Let's talk about having what about if someone doesn't have the support staff to help support your clients? Because you're not able to do everything. Whenever you have thousands of clients and you've met with thousands of people, you're not able to do everything yourself. So we have added support staff over the years in order to provide the best possible service and experience for our clients. And this comes back to everyone's had a contractor, right? Yeah. Almost everyone that has done remodeling that hasn't done themselves has had a contractor. And I like to call them one-man shows, where it's just one man doing everything, right? And that is the longest remodeling process anyone is ever going to have.
It's usually the cheapest, though, right?
It is also usually the cheapest, but you do get what you pay for.
Yes, yeah.
So tell me about what you think about having support for your clients.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, we are doing a TV show, and people might need to take out money. Yeah. Who's going to do that? Well, it's going to be our office, you know. So when we work with somebody, you are working with me, but at any time you can contact our office, set up an appointment, do withdrawals out of accounts, you know, ask questions, you know, set up an appointment. So yeah, it's not just me. You know, if you're working with me, you're working with our entire staff, and if you're not picking somebody that has a staff behind them, you're not going to be able to get the service, because if you need to get money out on a Thursday and that person can't get back to you until the next Monday, what are you supposed to do? Yeah. So, you know, you have to have a plan in place. We have a plan in place to make sure we're taking care of you properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and with that being said, let's give a shout out to all of the people at our office back home, guys. Yeah. You guys do a great job, and you know, everyone that we work with that is a part of our office has been part of our team for several years, and they all buy into the things that we're saying. They understand how we want to be there for our clients. They understand the things that we're pushing towards and that we want to do the best for our clients. And at our office and our company culture, we really do treat our employees like they're a part of our family. Yeah. And so we trust them, and we trust that they're going to take the best care of our clients that they possibly can.
We do. And you know, honestly, just like people have a relationship with me, Clinton, people are also going to have a relationship with the office staff. They know them by name. So that's the kind of family feel that we have going. Yeah.
Yeah. And guys, that doesn't mean that, you know, you always have to deal with our office. You can definitely give us a call and get to Galen. Just about everyone has his cell phone number. Yeah. And we want to make sure that we take great care of our clients. And that's something that if your financial advisor isn't doing now, you might want to try to go out and get a second opinion. Because let's talk about second opinions. I really think it's important. You know, guys, a second opinion is going to cost you $0, but if you don't get it, it could cost you everything.
It could definitely cost you everything, but you know, at the end of the day, you need to know as much information and what's available out there, and that brings it back to kind of the first stuff that we talked about. Is your person that you're working with insurance only licensed, or are they actually financial licensed and a fiduciary? You know,
so all good stuff today, guys. Yeah. I just want to thank everyone for watching our 2 cents. We have had a great time. This was an awesome time for us to talk about things you should look in your financial advisor. If you guys have any questions about your retirement, your finance, your life insurance, anything that relates to that, we're super easy to get a hold of. Just give the number on the screen a call today and start planning your retirement. Thanks, guys.